Magic 107.3, Kansas City's best mix of R&B. We have a special guest in the building today, Corey Holcomb. We have an audience. Come on, guys. Everyone's always on their phone. Welcome back, Corey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You perky and woke.
I'm trying to be. It's been a struggle this morning.
Oh, that's what's up.
But I heard you had a hard morning.
No, I just had the flights messed me up.
Oh, were you on Southwest?
No, American.
American. I like American.
It's the worst airline.
What?
It used to be, American is U.S. Air. It's just U.S. Air bought American, so they kept the name American.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what happened to you this time?
The planes kept breaking.
But at least you weren't in the air, though.
Yeah, we were in the air, and they said, we got to go back.
So where'd you have to stop, though?
They said they need a
Wait
starter.
A second. So you were coming from L.A., and then you had to stop somewhere, and then they had to...
When we took off, about 5 minutes later, they said, we got to go back. They said, we need to go to Pep Boys and get a starter. For the plane. It's really bad. I'm making light of it, but it really happened.
Really? But there was no like smoke in the cockpit or anything?
No, we landed, so I'm happy to be alive.
Amen. Wow.
I was sitting next to this lady with a baby, and the baby, I think people think you're supposed to smile with babies when you're on a plane.
I don't. I
was looking at that baby like, look, you talk to your mama. Don't talk to me.
Did she want you to hold the baby?
I did that baby like his daddy do him. I got away from him.
Come on now, Corey. Okay.
Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day. So what are you doing for Mother's Day? Someone special, your mom?
I'm going to call all of the mothers that I know and tell them thanks for keeping it.
Corey.
What?
Nothing has changed.
You right.
Oh my God.
This is 5150 life.
5150. Okay, so let's talk about that's your podcast or it's your radio show.
Yeah.
Okay, so CoreyHolcomb.com, right?
Yeah, that's the way to get at me.
So explain to me, like, how does a podcast work? Is it basically like in a way, radio? Because, you know, the way we make money is we sell spots. How does, like, a podcast do it?
We get to say whatever we want to say,
mm-hmm.
Which is why the internet is booming, because it's more authentic. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, people who work regular radio stations, I get checks.
Yeah. So is there like no profit for podcasts, or is there a way to make profit?
It's my investment. I know it's gonna pay off. I got a lot of people who watch that thing, and it can't be denied. And you know, when somebody comes with a pitch that sounds fair, mm-hmm. I might actually sell it.
So are you thinking would it be like a TV, or would you develop into something TV, or
it could be a TV show or radio show?
Or syndicated radio show.
Yeah. Either way, people gonna listen to it.
Yeah, very true. You have a huge following. Last time when you came here, your people came after me.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
What'd they do?
Oh, they didn't like me at all.
Why not? Was it your voice?
No, I think no.
you know you got that manager at work voice.
I do.
Yeah.
Authority voice. Is that what it is?
But she bad, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know if you see the video, boy.
Well, thank you.
You always on top of the game. She be in shape.
Thank you. I try. I do my boxing.
You ain't had no kids, have you?
No kids.
I can tell.
Not yet.
Girls who have kids, you can tell. You be like, oh, something came up out of her.
I hope that doesn't happen for me. Because if, like, I'm going to ask my husband, please just get me, like, a trainer for a year.
You don't have a husband, do you?
No.
Right.
But I'm going to say, I hope that I do have a husband if I do have kids.
Well, stop being picky and let one of them dudes go ahead and
okay, so last time when Corey was here, he told me that I had way too high of standards and that I needed to find a guy at, what was it? I think it was Wendy's or something.
You need to find somebody that's happy to be with you.
Okay. Are you ever going to write a relationship book?
I need to write a relationship
I really think you do. Or maybe just give you like a TV show, kind of like Maury, Jerry Springer, but...
No, Maury is like the worst guy on TV, though. He's an instigator. He brings those people who have no knowledge of self on his show, and he makes fools of them.
But it makes for good TV, though.
Yeah, because we like to see people crash and burn.
Nobody
likes to admit that.
That is true. But I think that you need some kind of show. I don't know if we put it on like VH1, but like, you know...
Wherever they put it, people gonna watch it.
Very true.
Let me tell you why. Because people really want to hear the truth.
They do, and you are the truth teller. Let me tell you.
It brings heat sometimes when I say what's on my mind. Sometimes I put my foot in my mouth too. Being able to say that is a plus. Some people want to act like they never do anything wrong. Sometimes I say stuff, I'll be like, I wish I could take that back.
Okay, so I went to one of your shows one time, and there was a couple there, and they walked out, and you were just going. I don't know what you were talking about.
That happened.
But it happens a lot. So
poor guy.
the first time that it happened to you, were you kind of like, offended that they walked out, or are you just used to it? Like, oh, they just don't like it. So
No. It's like sometimes you have people who don't like what you have to say. One day I see this comic was on stage, and this lady came out of the showroom crying, and I happened to see the manager of the club walk up to her like, "What's wrong?" And she said, "He said a retarded joke. My brother is retarded," and everybody was like, "What? Don't nobody know your brother." You know what I'm saying? So in the comedy game, sometimes you can say stuff that offends people, but you can't stop being who you are.
Very true.
That's what makes you stand out.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's what makes me stand out. I'm authentic.
Very authentic.
Yes, ma'am.
You said get ready to get broken up, the couples, or is that what you?
Well, a lot of couples who aren't really solid like that, they might find themselves in a serious argument because
after your show.
Yeah, because I say some things that normally people take personally, but most of the people are laughing.
Yeah.
Most of the people are laughing. When you go to the Corey Holcomb show,
I think that
if you
people
are
just
weak,
need to be ready to go to a Corey Holcomb show. Know what they're going to get. It's
people
only
who live
truth.
in a fake world are going to have a problem with
Absolutely,
me.
absolutely.
If you live in a situation where people sugarcoat things because they don't want you to leave, well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it at my show.
Absolutely not.
Everybody's going to laugh when you leave.
Okay, so let's talk about somebody that's had things sugarcoated for them for a really long time. I know you're from Chicago.
Cute girls?
Well, hold on. Let's talk about. I want to talk about Kanye to you because I want to know your opinion. Because you Chicago people stick together.
Kanye's not from Chicago. I think
I thought
Kanye
he was
is
from
he's
Chicago.
from Arkansas, and he moved to Chicago. Kanye's not a Chicagoan. I'm from Chicago. I know Chicago. I know the guys who run with him. They was this little suburban dudes who claim Chicago. The little guys from Dalton and everything. Yeah, Kanye from Chicago. I'm like, man, I ain't that. Where he from?
So you're just saying he's not real Chicago.
He's not real Chicago, and he pop pills now, and he around on.
But you think he's in I think he's in an absolutely fake world with the wife that he married and.
Yeah, his wife is she leaks the streets. That's the truth. The streets leak out of her.
Oh.
So I don't know how you can be proud of that.
I don't know either, but okay.
You know, some people just want to be around the people that's famous or the people that's hot right now. He says he loves Donald Trump, and I know you don't know Donald Trump, so how do you love somebody you don't know?
Very true.
You're a weirdo. You're a fan. You're a groupie.
Okay, another one of your Chicago people, R. Kelly. Every time when I get on Twitter, they're tweeting us saying, "Don't play R. Kelly music." What's your view on that?
R. Kelly is he's a pedophile out here in America, but
allegedly.
In Germany, he's a normal citizen. You know, the age.
They do that in Germany?
14 is the age where you can.
They do that in Brazil, I know that.
Yeah, grown men can mess with a girl that's starting at age 14 or whatever. So R. Kelly likes young girls and young men, but I'm just saying, he's a weirdo.
Young men? I haven't heard that.
Well, I'm from the street. R. Kelly, don't be mad at me for putting you on blast, but you ain't get me in the club that day.
Oh. Okay. I just don't know why.
I bought every album R. Kelly ever had, so as I joke with him, I'm still a fan.
I do like R. Kelly's music, but I just kind of wonder why now. We all knew what he was doing back in the day. Why now? Just because of the Me Too movement, we all just want to jump on.
I live in California. I see a lot of people who are in the limelight, famous people. I never approach them because I don't want to be tainted with the truth of who this person is.
That's very true.
When you find out who people are, you be like, wow, he's a weirdo like that, or she's a weirdo like that. So that's why I just listen to the music and try to stay out of their personal life, because I know as an entertainer, most of us are weirdos.
Yeah.
Most of us are weirdos.
Are you a weirdo?
I think I'm a weirdo. I mean,
I think we're all a little weird, but.
Oh, I know we are.
But weird. The R. Kelly, that's really weird. I don't know.
He's extreme.
It's just like, what do you find so attractive of a young girl? That's just something mentally that's not correct.
Well, what's the girl's age?
Well, they're saying that I believe that they were 14 all the way till maybe like 17 or 18.
There's a lot of men who like young girls. It's just they don't get caught and put on blast like R. Kelly. But some guys like young girls. And
yeah, but
I'm
like
saying
even going back to the whole Aaliyah thing, like he was, I think, like 30 years old, and he married Aaliyah when she was 15. I think.
I'm not taking up for it. I don't know what they see in young girls. And I don't know what some of these guys see in young boys, but I'm just saying, it doesn't shock me when I find that out. And in other countries, he's just the average guy. That's what nobody wants to hear.
That is true, though. That is very true.
America is different.
Yeah.
You got to be 18 before you can let her be who she want to be.
Yeah. But, you know, they're sex slaves.
Because he didn't take nothing from her. I don't know what a sex slave is. I don't know what that is.
They said that he was training her to be up to par.
The only reason you'll get to train somebody is because they're interested in you. Was he?
That is true, though.
I have no respect for rapists. Anybody who takes something from somebody, you know, that you foul. You're bad for the community. But I mean, like, I'm just being honest. I like older women who don't have cycles anymore. But
so you like the Cougars.
Right.
Look, they're getting ready tonight.
Right. Oh, yeah. Come on out. Thursday night show. I like the old
We got a lot of them here in Kansas City.
I believe you. I did the big concert out here one day at one of those places. I saw a lot of them. I met a couple of them. How y'all doing? Y'all was cool.
And look, he's got those pearly whites. Look, I'm hypnoptized by his teeth. I like nice teeth.
Really?
And Corey's got some nice teeth.
Well, I've been waiting on my shot with you.
Go ahead and smile, Corey. Let them see.
Look,
I know that we're on the radio, but like
pad.
Andrea's got the camera. Go ahead and smile for them one time. Uh-oh. That's why he's got those sunglasses on.
Yeah, I'm hiding out a little bit.
But yeah, all the Cougars come out tonight.
All the Cougars. Young girls, too. You can get it. It's just you got to sign my young girl permission slip.
18 and up.
Right, 18 and up. This is
18
America.
up.
You got no choice.
Okay, so Corey's going to be at the Improv. Look, we didn't even get to this. Corey's in the house today because he's going to be at the Improv this weekend.
That's right.
Thursday, 7:30. Friday, 7:30 and 10. Saturday, 7 and 9:30. What happened to Black Jesus? Because John Witherspoon was in here and he was like, I don't know what's going to happen with it. And, you know, you're in here now. So what's the update with that?
We filmed the new episodes. It was different because my brother Charlie Murphy wasn't there anymore.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Good brother. One of the best brothers I ever met in my life. I'm not just saying that. That was a solid man.
And he had some beautiful teeth, too.
Oh, yeah. Charlie Murphy. That was a man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we filmed without him. And it was a little weird that first week.
I was going to say, was it like a really weird vibe on set?
It was weird. It was weird because Charlie is there normally giving his... Charlie is the best storyteller ever.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't there, but we wound up making the best out of it. I actually think this season that's coming up is going to be one of the funniest seasons.
One of the funniest.
One of the funniest. They let us act a fool this season. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know if they were going to bring the show back.
Mm-hmm. How long has the show been on now?
Well, it hasn't had its run. Like a lot of these shows get their run where they film it and then it comes back like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but us, they try to knock us off for a couple of years or whatever because it actually got a lot of success. Mm-hmm. People were scared of the show at first because it was called Black Jesus. Mm-hmm. But then when we did the show, everybody who watched it was like, oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's actually all right. So Black Jesus has not had its fair chance. But if I think after this season, they're going to have to recognize us because funny is funny.
Yeah. On Adult Swim, right?
Adult Swim.
Okay, what about Wildin' Out? You're not on the show anymore.
No.
How long has it been since you haven't been on the show?
I think about 2 years or whatever. It ran its course with me. I'm so Nick Cannon, thank you for the opportunity. But it ran its course with me.
Mm-hmm. You were one of the originals, weren't you?
Yeah, I was one of the originals. That show doesn't pay much money, and they can get the internet guys to do it for little or nothing. So that's what they went with. And I want to say to all of the internet guys, it's a good vehicle to blow up because everybody watch Wildin' Out. I'm talking about in other countries, all like that. So good luck to all y'all youngsters on Wildin' Out. I'm never bitter. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about, I always ask comedians how they feel about the internet comedians. Do you have beef with them? Because some people really do have beef with them and they say that they're not real comedians. How do you feel about it? Because do you do a lot of social media?
I don't know why people have beef with strangers they don't know. That's weird.
That's true.
There's a lot of insecure comedians out here because
they're
not the truth.
Yeah.
They're not the truth. And people who go check them out, they find out they're not the truth. You know what I mean? But to the internet guys, a lot of them are not really ready to work a club like the Improv because those are hardworking people who pay their money and they want a good show. And a lot of those guys aren't developed yet. maybe they'll be funny later on in line. It's a couple of them who good. Like Chico Bean. I take him out with me because Chico is funny.
Yeah, and he can freestyle too. I love when him and Carlos go back and forth.
Chico, Carlos, DC Fly, those are talented guys. So, but it's like you gotta be patient with some of those youngsters that come off the internet because they learning the game as it go, which is a blessing for them.
Yeah.
Learn the game as it go, but a lot of those guys are just people who funny on the internet at home. But when you get on that stage, it's different. Hard-working people who pay their money want to be entertained.
Absolutely.
They just sit there and look at you like, what you got? And if you ain't ready, it's going to show right away.
But do you feel like the internet has ruined comedy because like people didn't come up the way that you did in the clubs and working out the material in front of people? Or do you think that it's a good thing for comedy?
The worst thing about the internet and comedy is people sneak their cameras in and they record the sets of comedians as you working on your set. Your set is already online and you're not getting paid for it. That's why Chappelle has that thing where when you come in his show, he got something where you got to put your camera in this thing, your phone in this little package or whatever, and you get it at the end of the show. Because when people are putting your show on their page as you're growing your show, that interferes with your money. So that's the only thing that I have to say about the internet and comedy. Don't sneak and record the show. If we catch you recording the show, we're gonna put you out.
Why do you think that there's been like, because I feel like we haven't really seen a lot of stand-ups from people like just their single show, but I feel like there's been a whole bunch of comedians that have been filming their their specials on like Showtime, Netflix. Why do you think that there's been a need or like a desire for people to want to see people stand up just specials?
Well, people want to see something that's good. But unfortunately, the way television is moving now, it's hard to see the people that are good because if you got your own voice, they try to shut that down. This Me Too movement and everything has everybody scared to say anything.
Yeah.
Like stuff that used to be jokes are taken seriously now. I filmed a special and I had a hard time shopping it around, and the special is hilarious. But
I know it's probably
bold, and I say what I want to say. So the market for that is rough. But people come out and see me, so they know they're like, okay, we're denying this guy, but we're gonna get him to do what we want him to do. But it's never gonna happen. I'm gonna always be Corey Holcomb because eventually you're gonna have to come back around and pay me.
Yeah.
Because the wash down stuff that you're putting on television, people aren't really watching it. It's just forced upon them. The internet, when you got a lot of numbers on the internet, that means that people prefer to watch you.
True.
Television, that's just what. Look, we're gonna make Amy Schumer a star. You know what I mean? But the internet is where you can't fake those numbers. This is what's real. This is who people are watching. And they know I'm one of those people that people are watching. It's just they want me to be what they want me to be, but I'm never going to be what you want me to be. I'm going to be Corey Holcomb, and I feel good about it. That's why the people going to come out and see me this weekend.
Absolutely. Tonight, Thursday, 7:30, Friday, 7:30 and 10, and then Saturday, 7 to 9:30 at the Improv, improvkc.com to get your tickets.
That's right.
And if you're an insecure couple, get ready to be broken up. Don't come if you're highly offended. Just come for some realness.
Yeah, it's all of the couples that's on, those shaky grounds. You'll learn a lot tonight because I'm not up there insulting people. I'm just giving you the game, and you need to hit a game so you can know where to begin.
I was afraid one time when I went to go see you because I thought you were one of the comedians that like shout, like if you're walking through the audience, like you'll go after them and pick on them. Yeah. But you're not really that type of comedian, but you just hit nerves if you're not a secure person.
I would agree with that, but yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm not a bully. I don't pick on the crowd.
He's not a bully. He's actually a really nice guy.
I'm happy to see my crowd there to see me and everything, but if you're living in a little fake little situation, you probably will get exposed at my show. And it's funny to watch people react to it.
It is.
I like to see when the guys really can't laugh because the girl is mad or...
Yeah.
that makes me...
all kinds of that there.
Right, he don't want to have to change his mailing address, so he just...
Or it's going to be an awkward ride home.
Oh, yeah. The awkward ride home. That's good, though. That means something's not working in your relationship. How can it be awkward if you're both free and down for each other? And that's all I want to say to everybody out there. You got to be with somebody who down with you, because then y'all can work through anything. If somebody down with you.
So do a lot of your friends come to you for advice?
Sometimes, but I don't really have friends. I got maybe 2 or 3 friends.
No, I feel you. I'm like that too.
The people I know, they're genuinely entertained by what I have to say, and a lot of them had the courage to tell me, man, what you said was real, and it helped me out. Mm-hmm. I like when people had the courage to give you your propers, because in this society, we're not used to giving people the propers they deserve. You know what I mean? So everybody, whoever gives me my propers, I appreciate it, because I need it. It keeps me going. It's the motivation. Let me know, yeah, I'm doing something right here.
Well, let me ask you, who gave you your advice? Because obviously you got it from somebody.
Yeah, I learned a lot from a lot of people, but I always give Minister Farrakhan a lot of credit, because things he say. Of course, I didn't know who Minister Farrakhan was when I was younger, because I heard negative things about him.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, oh, this guy, that. But then when I listened to him, I was like, wow, this is the OG right here. He got a lot of information that can help you out. So everybody who's never listened to what he has to say, I think you really should listen to what he has to say, because most of the time he says something real. And it inspired me to be real. It let me know I'm not alone in this world. I'm not the only one thinking that everything they feeding us isn't correct. So much respect to the brother Minister Farrakhan. We from Chicago. I ain't never met Farrakhan.
Really?
I met his son. All like that.
Somebody needs to work that connect out.
I hope somebody works it out so I can shake the brother's hand and thank him for helping me have the courage to be who I really am and what's inside of me. And I think after my show tonight, a lot of the fellas who have had second thoughts of being who they really are, they're going to think differently. They're going to be like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to be the person I really am.
So not only comedy, you're going to go through a therapy session with
That's
Corey.
right. It ain't just jokes.
Corey, you need the TV show helping people through, like, I'm speaking into existence. It's going to happen. So the next time when you come and see me, you're going to have a show on TV helping people.
I'm going to have that bag too.
10% right here.
That's right.
I'm kidding. I just put it out there. All right, well, this weekend at the Improv KC to get your tickets. Corey, you're always welcome here.
I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies who decided to keep one.
We're just going to end it on that. This is Magic 107.3, Corey Holcomb.